You enter an argument and your partner brings up an upset that happened months, even years ago, that has nothing to do with what you're actually arguing about. You end up going round in circles and you think to yourself, how can we move forward when you're stuck in the past? I'm Ronald and I'm a relationship and family therapist. These are the 4 reasons why partners in conflict constantly bring up the past. Reason 1, used as a weapon. Bringing up the past is a way to redirect blame. I'm not the problem. Remember this? It's defensive and a way to avoid responsibility. Also can be known as cross-complaining, which is tit for tat, meeting your partner's complaint with a complaint of your own, or kitchen sinking, which is bringing all the dirty dishes from the past to the table. For a relationship to work, this weapon needs to be put away. Reason 2, unresolved conflict. Couples, for a variety of reasons, don't resolve the conflict. And what happens with those unresolved conflicts? They become a rock in your shoe. You know it's there, but it's out of sight, and it stays in your shoe and pokes and prods you, manifesting itself into other conflicts. So you don't want to just sweep arguments under the rug. There's only so much that can fit under there. The best time to resolve conflict is now. Reason 3, emotional accounting. This is where an emotional accountant appears in the relationship, and they take up the responsibility for keeping track of the balance of transaction within a relationship. The underlying message is, I did this for you. What do I get? Healthy relationships have an implicit contract where partners exchange and reciprocate, thereby strengthening their connection with one another. Struggling relationships make this contract explicit. They let their partner know, hey, I'm not happy here. And bringing up the past is their way to communicate that they are not happy with the connection in the relationship. Reason 4, feeling versus logic. There is a difference between the way people relate to one another in the world. Some people are more feeling oriented, others are more logical. And it's this difference that creates a disconnect in communication, and especially with our intimate partners. It influences how we bring up problems in conflict. For a logical person, they tend to be more cognitive, tend to intellectualize, rationalize, and try to fix the problem. For a feeling person, they are much more emotive in their language, and they seek empathy rather than solutions. For a feeling person, these are all the same. They all fall into the same bucket. They're all pens. But for a logical person, these pens are all different. This is a black pen, this is a blue pen, this is a red pen, and this is a green pen. They are in no way related to one another. This is where the disconnect and frustration becomes apparent. The feeling person is talking about all those moments where they felt the same, whilst the logical person sees all those moments as completely different. The solution? Meet in the middle. The logical person needs to own the feeling, which means to empathize and not jump to fix. When you jump to fix a problem, you're often fixing the problem at a surface level without truly understanding what the problem is. Most of the time, feeling-based people don't need their problems to be fixed. They just need to not feel alone with the problem. The feeling person needs to own the logic, which means to focus on one problem at a time. Understanding that the logical person doesn't perceive the world the same way that they do. The problem needs to be presented very logically. Those are the 4 reasons why partners constantly bring up the past.